Let's go, guys. It's dividend day. Whew. It's kind of been nice with the markets being green the last couple weeks. The dividend portfolio is looking really, really green. But as a dividend investor who likes a dollar cost average down, it's kind of like bittersweet in a way. Like you want the markets to go up, but not really if you're a dividend investor. Today, let's talk about the dividend portfolio, guys. Diving right in here, I have my dividend portfolio, as you know, because you've been around for a long time, the M1 Finance portfolio. M1 Finance is the best buy and hold portfolio brokerage you can have for dividends or long-term retirement investing. Once you get into M1, you probably won't go back as far as buy and hold is concerned. There obviously is a link for that down in the description if you want to check out M1 Finance and support the channel a little bit. We got $43,695. We can see over the last month up 2%. That's fantastic. Almost $1,000. There are 25 stocks inside my dividend portfolio, 24 holdings with one ETF, and we'll talk about that in 1 second. But you can see pretty much since the middle of December, we've been on an up, which is awesome. Where I do want to show you most of the stats is going to be inside my tracker. But guys, M1 Finance, it really, really is nice. Set it and forget it. You set your targets, you set your actuals. It's fantastic. And it pretty much sorts everything for you. While we're in here, I will say there is a chance I'm going to be resorting these. I have all my targets at 4% and then 8% for SCHD, but there are some stocks that I'm just kind of watching a little bit that I might want to maybe lower down to 3% and kind of go more towards SCHD and start adding more and have that be a larger percentage of the portfolio. Because as you guys know, I really am an ETF guy. And now that I've had SCHD for a bit, it doesn't suck. So here we are inside the dividend tracker, guys, and I used to be a spreadsheet guy and it got annoying. The dividend tracker has made it really, really easy to track my dividends, whether you use their free version or their premium version with some extra perks. That's really up to you. I happen to use the premium version after I tried the free version for a little bit because I did like those perks. But guys, remember, if you have the dividend tracker, make sure you go down here to referral. You can be a referral for the dividend tracker, guys, and make some money. And they just raised their affiliate commission from $25 to sign up to $35. So every time you get one of your friends or family to try out the dividend tracker, you're going to be making some bucks. Let's have the dividend tracker lose all their money paying us to refer them to other people. I just want to set that reminder because people think you have to have a YouTube channel to make affiliates. The dividend tracker makes it really, really easy. So just go down here, click referral, start sending it out to your friends and family after you try this out. Right now, we can see my dividend yield is 3.44 with a yield on cost of 3.34. Still working on getting that yield on cost above the dividend yield. That's kind of our goal over time. But this year, the markets have been down, so my yield on cost is lower. As the markets are going to go back up, my yield on cost will get higher. January income, $58.38. Oh, $58, Brad. Yeah, okay. You step over $58 in the street at the end of the month, and then you can tell me that $58 isn't a lot of money. Right now, I'm making $1,500 a year for doing absolutely nothing, just holding quality blue chip companies that I think are going to be around for a little bit that pay me a dividend every single month or quarter just for believing in said company. $1,500. One day, this would be a lot bigger. I remember when I was making 5 cents in dividends. Then it was $5. Then it was $10. Then it was, guys, these things are going to compound over time. Think about the long game when you think about dividend investing. Now, with that $58 in income, they do an awesome job here in the tracker as well, something that I never would have done. If you go over here to the payout calendar and they just revamped this and updated it, it's really, really awesome. They are going to give you this bar graph, all right? So we can see March is going to be a really, really big month. January, not so great of a month for me at $58, but this is going to go all the way up to a projected $188 in March. Happy birthday to me. That's going to be dope. But they also have this calendar now so you can see exactly when you're going to be getting paid and getting dividends, which isn't a big deal. But one day when I'm maybe possibly living off dividends, it's going to be kind of nice to know when I'm going to receive a paycheck. And you can do it like this, or you could do it like a graph. I personally just like the calendar right here. So we can see on the 3rd, I'm going to be getting Smith & Wesson. On the 4th, Kimberly Clark comes through. On the 13th, Friday the 13th, I'm going to be getting a dividend from Realty Income, the monthly paying dividend REIT. Then we also have Stag in there, and JP Morgan are going to round out the month for me. That's going to be really, really great and should be able to go ahead. There's February. So I can filter through the entire year and see, look how many days are green, blue inside March. It's going to be a really, really nice month for me getting $188 there. You could also go through by individual stocks. Like for example, AbbVie. I know that they are going to pay in February, they're going to pay in May. You could toggle this down. Let's add the rest of the year here, October, November, December. Maybe you want to only look at this quarterly, but I can see that AbbVie is going to pay me February, May, August, and you can see all your different stocks here. One of my favorite features of the dividend tracker here is just planning ahead and watching these companies grow over time. But let's look now at the actual holdings that are paying me every single month. The dividend tracker, guys, they also do a great job of letting you know when things are happening that are unexpected. You can see right now they have a banner across the top. The Plaid integration. One thing you could do is link your brokerage account right to this. So there's no importing information. It kind of links, but every once in a while, those communication factors, they got to update things like that. So they're just letting us know between Fidelity and Plaid right now, there might be a little bit of delays, guys. This is not up to the second. I mean, if you expect that, whatever, you're just difficult in my opinion. We can see that this is even off a little bit from my M1 Finance portfolio because the markets haven't opened yet. This will probably update when the markets open. Here are the holdings that I have right now. Let's first look at the big winners. I always look at the losers first. Let's look at the big winners. AbbVie up almost 50%. Caterpillar, Lockheed Martin, Aflac, Snap, Southern Company. Those are all companies right now that are up over 10% for me. We could see also McDonald's, the best real estate company in the world, pretty much. They're green for me. SCHD's also green. J&J. Oh, it's so nice. The whole year in 2022, things are just red, red, red. It's nice to finally see some green. Kimberly-Clark, Starbucks, Duke Energy, Waste Management. Those are all going to be the greens inside the portfolio right now. Now, if we go down and take a look at the bloodbath, still Intel, which was down almost 40% at me1 Parts, starting to rebound. Smith & Wesson, Target, Toyota, Verizon, Camping World, JP Morgan, Stag, Lowe's, and Realty Income are all in the red for me, guys. But just like any portfolio, you're going to have some greens and some reds. You pretty much want your greens to be bigger than your reds. That's how it goes. But you have to understand, just because things are down, right, that doesn't mean I'm going to sell them off. If something's happening with the company, yeah, maybe. But I think this is just a downtime for Intel, Smith & Wesson. It's tough to be a gun manufacturer these days, things like that. Camping World, they did really, really good during Corona. So obviously sales are going to be coming back down for them. Not that big of a deal for me. In the long term, I still think they're a great quality company. If we look at some dividend yields, guys, Verizon 6.3, Intel 4.9, Realty Income 4.55. So those are pretty much nice that are rounding out that 3.44. Some of the lower ones that I expect maybe some more growth in, Caterpillar, Starbucks, Lowe's, McDonald's, Aflac, but still doing pretty good. If we look at the annual income, SCHD, they're my biggest holding, so they should bring me the most. Verizon's right there at $112. That means my cell phone, pretty much for my whole family, is free once a month. They're going to pay me once a month to have their service. So one day, hopefully, they'll pay me enough to cover my cell phone bill for the whole year. That would really, really be awesome. We look at the diversification, and this really highlights the beauty of M1 Finance and being able to put targets in. We could see everything's really, really balanced as far as my sectors, my industries, and things like that. 24 holdings, 10 different sectors. We can see I have a nice diversification of sectors. All of these holdings are going to be the same size because of M1 Finance, with the exception of SCHD. My largest industry is restaurants. My smallest industry is waste management. I have no non-dividend stocks. This is a dividend portfolio. Highest yield, Camping World. Lowest, waste management right now, and that's how the portfolio breaks down. Please, guys, try out the dividend tracker. You can try the free version if you want. There's a link for that down in the description below. Keep making money off dividends. Think about the long term, and I'll catch you guys on the next video.